today's video, we're gonna be doing a Q&A. I have Ty here with me, my husband, and I asked you guys on Instagram for some relationship questions and just questions that involve both of us. I recently did a Q&A and there was a lot of questions involving our marriage, and people have always been very curious in our relationship because we've kind of had a very non-traditional relationship, to say the least. So thought we'd sit down and film a Q&A. Okay, so first question, what is your favorite thing to do together besides sexy time? You go first.
Foosball.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We had at the 4th of July at the Fairmont, they had the kids center.
Yeah.
And we went in there and Scarlett was playing like Connect 4 or something, on that big Connect 4 thing, and then Caitlyn and I ended up playing foosball, and
we did.
She beat me.
I was
probably
really good.
Yeah, you were really good. Yeah.
It was like one of those things where we just started playing and we were like, we need a foosball table.
Fun.
It's
I didn't
a lot
want
of
to
fun.
leave.
No, but I think besides that, like we both really like to work out together. We like to go hiking. We're planning on starting up camping.
Yeah, the camping stuff.
Yeah.
What is Ty's honest opinion of the influencer lifestyle? Also, couple goals.
I love this question. And thank you.
It's still kind of strange to me. I've definitely accepted it more.
I mean, you've kind of had to accept it since you...
Yeah, I mean, I left my job to help support you do this. So.
It's been an adjustment. Like, the whole, like, stepping into an influencer role has definitely been an adjustment for us, like, as a relationship and as a family unit. I think something we've learned as a couple, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we've really had to learn how to balance it.
Yeah.
And know when...
I think when it's balanced and both partners are on board, it's definitely like a net positive. You know, like it can be a good thing, but it's also just like anything, you can take it too far, it can be too invasive. I think it's a respect thing too. Like a lot of times when like I'm vlogging and Ty's gonna be part of it or something, I'll always just ask him like, hey, like, are you cool with me vlogging today and being part of it today? Like on our 4th of July trip, part of me just wanted to vlog and another part of me wanted to put my camera away, and so I tried to balance that, but I still wanted to preserve that memory for us and share our 4th of July with you guys. But I made sure to ask him ahead of time that he was okay with it. What's your favorite feature of each other? I've always liked his like wide back. Oh, you
like,
okay, yeah.
Have like, oh wait, is it physical?
Sure.
Oh.
It's Caitlyn's butt.
Do you want a boy or a girl?
I would be happy with either. I know it's like a cop-out to say, but I would definitely prefer a boy just because we have Scarlett. How often, on average, do y'all have a play date in bed? What's that? What constitutes a play date?
What's a play date? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Should we answer this question? Can we answer on the count of 3?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Every
day. Somebody says you guys just look so happy. Thank you. We are. We really are.
Yeah.
Last argument, disagreement you had. When was the last time we argued? This is crazy.
Oh, I was gonna wear my hat for this video and she told me not to.
That wasn't an argument. That wasn't a disagreement.
I was just like, well, what's wrong with my hat?
No, it wasn't a disagreement. No, like, what was the last like actual disagreement we had?
Dude, I don't know.
I can't remember. We used to fight a lot. Like, we're not like fight, but we used to like never get along.
Yeah.
Hence the divorce. But
I'm trying to think.
in a long time, like we just don't fight anymore. It's crazy.
This just came to my mind. She wanted a new bed, and my old bed, I love my old bed. I slept on it last night because Scarlett was in my spot last night.
Okay. The bed
I normally sleep in her bedroom. The rumors. Tom sleeps in a different room.
No,
I did last night,
but
not
Scarlett,
for any reason.
Scarlett won. Ty did not. No, I wanted a new bed frame, and Ty was like, I finally got him on board. Most of you guys probably have heard the story, but I finally got him on board. Anyways, the bed frame comes in, we put it together. He's like not happy because he loved his old bed frame, but I didn't. Anyways, so it just didn't go with the room. It's not that I didn't like it, it didn't vibe with the room. Anyways,
it was just more comfortable though.
Well, we put it together, and I had ordered us a California king size bed when we had a king size mattress.
Yeah. And
so we had to swap the mattresses from the guest bedroom. So we have an older mattress in our room now, and so he's like,
And then we had to do all the
salty
swap
about
of
that.
the beds, and then we gave away the other bed.
It was a mess.
Yeah. So that was our last disagreement.
He has the right to be annoyed with me.
How have you kept the relationship strong with the added stress and romance alive while trying to conceive? I feel like every month we probably get our hopes up.
Yeah.
Probably too much.
Yeah.
But,
especially last month.
Yeah. But it
hasn't really been a stress.
I would say
right?
Sorry. Yeah, I don't think it's been a stress. I would just like trying to do like dates and stuff and do stuff together.
Here's another question that asks about it. Do you feel that trying to conceive has taken the romance of trying to have a baby? Or the romance out of trying to have a baby? I don't think so either. And I don't think it's been like a stress on our relationship. I think we're both bummed at the end of each month. We're doing it together, and I feel like we're vibing together through it, and we're not separating through it, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like we're on the same wavelength of emotions and feelings towards.
Yeah, we're not like, if it doesn't happen, we're not like taking it out on each other.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
but I
can tell, like,
I think the old us might have, like the pre-divorce last marriage. Yeah, I think we might have.
Just kidding.
I feel like we might have struggled a little bit, but we just, I feel like we've been the best support to each other through all of this, honestly.
Do you agree on most things when it comes to parenting? Most, but
he's a little tougher sometimes. Like,
yeah, I feel like you've been a little too lenient, and not all the time though.
Yeah.
But I would say like we're kind of like good cop, bad cop sometimes, you know?
Totally.
Like if she doesn't listen to you, then I have to get on her. And
yeah. He's always the one that, like, if he raises his voice, though, she'll listen immediately. And if I raise my voice, it makes no difference at all. So.
I'll get, like, video texts of, Scarlett throwing a fit in her car seat. Well, she's not driving. She's, like, in a parking lot. But like, she's like, I'm sending this to Dad right now, and Scarlett just loses.
No, she's screaming, and then the second I start saying I'm gonna send it to Dad, she stops. She stops because she does not want him to be mad at her. Like, she could care less about me, but him, she does not want him to be mad at her. Did either one of you go to counseling or couples counseling / therapy?
We did before. We got divorced.
Yeah. I did some after.
I did too. I did like online stuff.
Yeah, we did. We've done individual and
the website,
couples.
what it was called, but it was one of the big ones.
BetterHelp.
Yeah, I think that's what I did. Yeah.
So yeah, we've done both. We aren't in anything right now though. Although we should be. I feel like every couple, regardless of what phase you are, like whether you're in a good place or not, I feel like
because there could be some underlying issues. What is the one thing you both wanted to change or redo when you got back together? Just accept each other more, I would say. Like, just like, we know who we are, who each other are. We know what our flaws are. We know what we like to do, what we need to do to stay sane. Like, for me, I need to go to the gym or like go on a run. So she's been super supportive of me doing that. And then I've been trying to help with Scarlett more. I think just really understanding each other and our needs, and also communicating those needs. Like, he tells me, he's like, I need to lift today, and I need to run 15 miles today. He's literally said that to me the other day. That's a one-off situation, but yeah. He's training for a 50K, possibly a 100-miler too. Anyways, so just the fact that, like, we start our days and he's like, this is what I need to accomplish today, or usually the night before, I'm like, this is what I need to do tomorrow. What do you need to do tomorrow? Thank you. And we plan that way. So yeah, it's a lot easier now that he's not working a 9 to 5 too. So we definitely have that luxury, I guess. Who came on to who post divorce? She would say it was me. It was definitely you. 100% you. She claimed she was over me. I was. She wasn't. Kind of. She wasn't. How do you find / make time for intimacy? I feel like this is a common question, and we should really talk about this. Through all of our issues, divorce, not communicating, one thing that's thankfully never struggled is our sex life. Yeah. Honestly, and I don't have no shame in saying that. So I feel like we can give good advice on this. Yeah, right? I mean, it seems like a common question. I've seen that like 10 times. And I know it can be a struggle. I'd say you just have to, like, you have to make time. Like, there's no other answer. You have to make time, Like, you have to. You need to move towards, like, having them sleep in their own bed.
That's always been important for us.
Yeah, I mean, last night, but like typically Scarlett sleeps in her bed.
But I know people who co-sleep and have no problem with that as well, with intimacy as well. So you just have to be creative.
I think that would add a level of difficulty.
For us, it wouldn't be right.
Yeah.
For us, it wouldn't be right. But yeah, you have to make
there's
time.
Ways,
Yeah, and you have to, I mean, it's an important part of a relationship.
What changed Ty's mind about featuring in your socials more? He was private prior to divorce. I don't know, just accepting it more.
Well, and you're home more, too.
Yeah, I'm home a lot more than I was before.
He wasn't, I mean, not that he loves being on camera anyways, but he is more accepting to it now, but he just honestly was never home. So,
yeah.
And when I was vlogging, he wasn't there.
Yeah, it's true, because you would do it all during the day most of the time, and I'd get home, and you'd be like editing the footage you got already, so. But
he has came a long way on the camera, right? Am I right? Were you all together while Ty was in the Army veteran wife here, so just curious.
We were not. I met her right when I got out. I was stationed in Cuba for a year, and then right when I got back,
I met you like a couple weeks later.
Yeah, our friends, they were just here the other week visiting, but she just got out of a relationship. I was getting out of the Army, and they played matchmaker
together.
Yeah.
How are you all liking being business partners?
Good. I mean, the process has taken a lot longer than we were hoping. But
yeah, we work well together, though.
I think so. Yeah, we complement each other. Yeah. She's more the creative.
He's more the business.
Yeah.
So it works out good. What do you all do differently in your marriage now than you did before? I can see the happiness. Thank you. Thank you.
Communicate. Just don't be so hard on each other.
Yeah,
we're all human.
Lighten up a little bit. Yeah. Have fun. Don't take things too seriously. Don't go to bed mad. I don't think we've gone to bed mad at each other since we've been back together.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
You two have a hard time not jumping right back into old habits at first. I think it was kind of weird because we lived apart. So it was kind of like we eased into it.
Yeah, definitely.
You feel the same way?
I agree. Yeah, I feel the same way.
It was like a hard reset.
It was a very hard reset. Who's better at communicating how they feel and what they need?
Caitlyn.
Definitely me. You've gotten better though.
Yeah, sometimes I have a hard time articulating where I can't just say like, I need to do this.
This is a good question for you. What rules do you have when it comes to arguments to help with communication?
Where did we see that? So
I don't know.
If someone's having a hard day, if I come home and Caitlyn's, having a rough day, you can ask like, do you want solutions or sympathy?
It works so well for us.
Yeah, because sometimes like, I'm the same way. Sometimes like, I don't like, if I...
I always try to give solutions. I don't give the sympathy immediately. I want to fix it.
And sometimes it's harder to give sympathy when you're like...
Yeah.
Like
it's helped
if
a lot,
it's like
though.
Self-induced, whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's harder to get, but sometimes that's the way to go.
Like sometimes we're just complaining about our day or something that's gone wrong, and Ty will be like, do you want a solution or do you want sympathy? And most of the time I'm like, I want sympathy.
Yeah.
I don't want a solution.
Yeah.
Even
sometimes
though I give
you might want a solution, but
sometimes, yeah. But it works a lot. You guys should try it. If you're in the moment to use that, try it. Are you scared that getting divorced before will make you both stay even if you're not happy? Or are you scared that it would make getting a divorce easier because you already did it?
It doesn't really make me scared that we would stay even if we're not happy. I mean,
it was scary.
No marriage is perfect.
No, but it was scary, like committing to being in a relationship again with each other. I mean, it was for me, right? Because we were like, we don't want to do this like yo-yo thing, and when Scarlett's involved, like we just didn't want to like confuse her, and she was getting older, so we were very careful and made sure that we were making the right decision before committing to anything.
Well, in the divorce, it kind of like gives you that bird's eye view of like the perspective of like like
how different life could be.
Yeah, how different life could be. And for me coming home to like an empty apartment, it gives you like like the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
I get teary-eyed. Makes me sad for you.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. How did you know when a good time was to separate from each other?
It's nothing like huge. It's just like the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, it's a mutual. It was pretty mutual. I mean, I think I pushed it up faster than he maybe would have wanted.
Yeah.
Because
well, I feel like
when I make up my mind, I make up my mind, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like I reached a breaking point, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go stay at my mom's. Then you like boom, 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 boom. You wanted it done like next day.
I did. If you guys remember how fast that divorce happened, that was because of me, because I was ready to move on. Like once I make up my mind, I make up my mind.
What does Ty think of all your typos?
They're so bad.
I always point them out. I'm like the grammar Nazi.
It's not even grammar. It's literally just a completely different word.
Trying to make it work after divorce. How do you get families back on board? That's a hard one because our family was always so supportive.
They were.
Either way, and I feel like
if your families weren't supportive, that would put a hole. Like that would be really difficult.
Yeah, that would be really hard.
Yeah, so I guess we can't really like give advice on that because our families were incredibly supportive.
My family, they're like, you know, if this is what you want, you know, we support you.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what. And it wasn't that they really like Caitlyn, but they're like, if you know, some people aren't meant to be together, and that's just kind of hard fact of life. But our families were
incredibly open and supportive.
Dumbest thing you fought over?
There's been times when I'm like, what are we fighting over right now?
Yeah, I know, and I can't think of anything.
I can't think of it either. Maybe it'll come to me. We'll circle back to that question if we remember. Have you all ever fought over what side of the bed you sleep on?
Dude, Caitlyn's
yes, there we go.
Caitlyn's weird. She always has to be at the spot closest to the bathroom.
I do.
Yeah, like
I do.
When we were for the 4th, when we were at the Fairmont, I like joked with her as soon as we walked in the hotel room. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this side," and it was right by the bathroom. And she's like freaking out.
Like, no, you're not. Yeah. Oh, I got the dumbest thing we fought over. That one time you got me Chipotle and you didn't get me rice or beans.
Yeah, that was. So no, I got you beans, but there's no rice.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, text me. I'm going to Chipotle. Text me your order. So I go to Chipotle, and she sent me. First off, there should be an order in which, like, you know how the line at Chipotle works. You know, your rice, your beans, your meat, and then everything else. Sometimes she would text me like, sour cream, black beans, chicken, rice, white rice.
So wrong, I know.
But anyway, that's a whole nother dumb thing we fought over. But one time, so she sent me over the list of what she wanted, and I think it was just like a chicken bowl or something.
Yeah.
But she didn't put rice. I'm like,
I forgot.
I was like, hey, you know, no judgment here. You know, maybe you're trying to watch like carbs or something. I don't know. Like, so I got her everything. I think it was like a chicken bowl, black beans, and no rice.
Yeah.
And she was mad. She's like, you should know me better.
I was like, you should have texted me. Like, why wouldn't I get rice?
It was so funny. I felt bad, but it was also funny.
You should have. I'm just kidding. I was like, I would have asked you. What things does one partner do that annoys the other? Oh, I got a bunch here. Ty like comes up to me and he like starts like.
Yeah, I don't hit her.
He like starts like air punching me, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you air punching me? He's like practicing. Like, yeah, I'm like, why are you doing this? That drives me crazy.
Yeah.
What else drives? There's a couple other things. Oh my gosh, sunflower seed chewing, eating in bed. The sunflower seeds, that's big. That's a big one.
I just got a bag of sunflower seeds the other day, but I don't eat them as much as I used to.
You don't, but then I'll find like cups of sunflower seeds all over the house. Gross. There's been times I've knocked him over and then I have to like pick up all of his like soggy sunflower seeds. It's literally the worst thing.
Knock it over, babe.
I just said 3 things about you. What do I do that annoys you?
The way you breathe when you're sleeping.
Oh, wow, the way I breathe when I sleep.
You
I'm sorry, I'm breathing when I'm sleeping.
Well, I would call it snoring, but it's not technically snoring. But she'll roll over facing me, and I go to sleep after her. I like 99 times out of 100, I'm always falling asleep after her.
He's the night owl. I am not. Yeah.
And the way she breathes is like, it's like, I don't know, and it's like. Just loud enough to where it bugs me at night. It's not snoring, but it's like almost snoring.
Wake me up and I'll be like, can you stop?
Yeah, or like just face the bathroom.
Okay, but
you went to the bathroom so
can we talk about what you do in your sleep? You click. Like
do I do that anymore?
He clicks. He goes.
Yeah, I can't even. I know what she's talking. I can't replicate it. I don't know. Only Sleepy Ty does that.
I still love you.
Ty's thoughts on trying to conceive journey. I went through this myself and love to hear my side. It's definitely. I definitely get my hopes up every month. Probably too much. But I just try to trust in the process, and we've been going to doctors and stuff like that. Like, she's got checked out, I've got checked out, so we're trying to get to the bottom of what's going on. I still think it's going to happen.
Our time has not come. It's crazy though, because we got pregnant so easily the first 2 times.
Yeah.
So we're very in shock. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, like it definitely affects Caitlyn a lot. So I try to help you out.
He's been good. I think for us, like, it's taken so long for us to even make the decision to have another baby, because there was a good period of time where you were content with just one.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, we're finally on the same page.
Yeah.
About that, and he's actually, like, wanting another baby, and we can't do it yet. Like, this whole process has been...
What?
Yeah, we've been like, wait a second, we've been trying to prevent having a baby for so long, and now we actually can't get pregnant. But yeah, I agree. I think our time will come.
Yeah, it's just kind of a bummer. We don't want there to be a huge age gap between Scarlett,
Right now we're almost at 5.5 years age gap, but
yeah,
it is what it is. If we were to get pregnant this month, I guess. So it is what it is. But the cool thing is,
there's pros to it.
Yeah.
Scarlett will be able to help more, and she'll love it.
Yeah, she will. Do you two have a song? Eric Clapton?
Yeah, Wonderful Tonight.
That's a good one. Clapton. Yeah, Wonderful Tonight maybe, or Frank Sinatra.
We have a couple songs like we listen to when we first get together. Not that they're like romantic songs, just they remind.
Drive. Who's that by?
It's kind of like a...
Drive by Kavinsky. We like that song a lot. We used to just go out like randomly before we had a kid. We just leave and go drive around. It's so random, but we used to go do that.
How often do you have one-on-one couple time? What do you do for date night stuff?
We have a date night tomorrow, but we haven't had like a...
Yeah, it's been... We used to do it more often.
We used to do it like weekly. Well, we had our friends in town, so I guess we went out with them.
Yeah.
Like a double date a lot, actually, when they were here. But we haven't gone out, just him and I, for quite some time. So we're going to see A Quiet Place 2 tomorrow in theater, even though he's already watched it. Illegally pirated it.
Allegedly.
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 I was so mad. I'm like, I bought tickets for us to go see that. And he's like, I'll watch it again.
Yeah. It's a really good movie.
I told him, well, I get to pick dinner then. Let's hear 3 words to describe the other.
3 words to describe the other. Creative. Beautiful.
Aww.
Loving.
Thank you. I would describe Ty as dedicated, driven, and motivated. Who kissed who first? He kissed me first, for sure.
You kind of drugged me with Fireball.
I did not drug you. That sounds so bad.
Yeah, might as well have drugged me.
We were at a Real Big Fish concert, and that's like where we hung out for the first time, and we had way too many Fireball shots. Way too many. Yeah, what's your birthday?
Do you feel like you could have done without the divorce and worked it out? Divorce had to be. I feel like the divorce had to be.
The divorce had to be, yeah.
Weird. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
Unless you've been through it, you don't understand like the emotional impact that divorce does have on you. And for us, it impacted us in a positive way because we saw the other side. We saw how things could be. We saw like rock bottom. We saw like the end to a not good marriage, and we also saw how life was going to be after that. And so for us to, I mean, at least this is what I think.
Yeah, and it's different for everybody.
You guys know this if you watched our journey. We had a very amicable divorce. We, it was not a nasty divorce, which I feel like a lot of times they are.
Yeah, our lawyers are like, what's going on?
Yeah, they were like, you guys are the easiest couple. But yeah, if we hadn't divorced, I wouldn't have been able to start a new relationship. And I feel like, right, aren't you the same way?
Yeah.
It just was a good reset.
Yeah.
And we've been as happy, like I never thought we could be this happy. It's crazy, like what it's taken to get here.
Pre-divorce, I would have been like,
no, it's crazy what it's taken to get here, but a journey well traveled, to say the least. How is it different with Ty being at home a lot more now? It's amazing, first of all. I feel like we're really like partners in parenting and business, and it's just been nice to have him
awesome.
home. Yeah,
it's been amazing.
He's
it's like
part of Scarlett's life more.
Yeah, being able to spend more time with my family and helping out, getting things going on the business side. And I still have my side business, but it doesn't require many hours per week. For me, my stress level is way down. I was managing 40 plus people.
Corporate world.
Yeah, and it was getting very corporate-y. It was like Office Space, the movie. I had like 5 bosses, and they had 5 bosses each. And it was just kind of like, it was getting to that point where I saw the writing on the wall. Like, I could have moved up in the company, but I knew that in 5 years' time, even if I kept progressing through the company, I'd still be wanting to leave. So it was time.
Well, even going into it, you knew you weren't, like, it wasn't your long-term
it wasn't,
thing,
no.
anyways.
No, not at all.
But while we're on this topic, I have to just say thank you to you guys, because the reason he's home is because of 100%. You all, who watch our videos, and so I have to say thank you again, even though I know I've said
and I'm eating crow because I wasn't, in our previous marriage, I wasn't the most supportive of all of this, so I'm here to say sorry for that, and here I am.
He's promised to do a day in the life, so that can be
I'm gonna vlog one of these days.
Yeah, that can be his thank you to you guys.
That'll be my...
What is your biggest similarity, and then what is your biggest difference?
Well, I would start with I feel like we're different on, like, you're very creative, and that's definitely, I'm more like analytical.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
The boring
though.
Stuff that
That's why I'm so happy he's home.
Like, you would be the artist, I would be the accountant.
Also, I am very much a morning person. He is not. He likes to sleep in. I like to wake up, and I like to go to bed early, and he likes to stay up till like 2 in the morning. So
I don't say that.
Okay, not that late. That's a little exaggerated. But he is much more a night person. I'm like, if I'm not asleep by 9:30, 10, I'm struggling. I'm on the struggle bus. Similarity. Well, I feel like the similarity has developed over time, because the similarity wasn't the same as it, like, 5 years ago. This was not a similarity for us. Or do you know what I'm going to say? We're very much homebodies these days. It's crazy, because I never would have considered myself a homebody.
Yeah, there was a point in time in our relationship where, like, and part of it was you were at home, I was out, I was working.
Yeah.
So I would come home and I'm just like exhausted. I'm just like, I could just sit on the couch and watch TV.
Yeah.
Or just like hang out at home and
I'm like, let's go do something.
Yeah,
let's go out to eat.
And I'm like, and I was just like exhausted, I think.
Now we're just like on the same, we're vibing the same.
Yeah, she's more of a homebody sometimes than I am now. Where I'm like, I need to get out of the house and go do something, and you're like, I'm good.
I'm like, let's just DoorDash. Yeah. What's a memory you guys would like to relive?
Hawaii.
Oh yeah, our honeymoon. That was awesome.
Take Scarlett again?
Yeah. She
was in your belly.
She was. I was pregnant with her. Yeah, that was awesome. What's your favorite memory while you were dating? My favorite memory was when we were moving to Arizona. Well, I was in Turks and Caicos with my mom, and I got a call from Ty, and he's like, hey, like, can we move to Arizona? And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I'd known him for like 4 months.
If that, 3?
Maybe not even that. He's like, I really like love us. Like, let's do this. Because I was gonna move to Wichita, Kansas with him, and I just accepted a position in foster care work. And I was going to move in with him after 3 months of knowing him, first of all, which is very crazy, but obviously it worked. Anyways, he calls me and he's like, hey, like, let's move to Arizona. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. I'm in Turks and Caicos with my mom, and the whole time I'm keeping a secret from her, because I'm like, oh my God, she's going to freak out that I'm moving so far away, and I just want to enjoy this vacation. Anyways, it all happens. We're moving to Arizona. We pack up the U-Haul. I'm driving like a small Ford Focus. Ty has this like, would you have a Scion?
It's a Scion FRS. Yeah. So like,
so it's
5-speed, very low to the ground sports
stick
car.
Shift.
Yeah, that's 5-speed. Yeah.
Stick shift. Okay, so we have to. Well, one of us has to drive a car. We're gonna.
So the plan is she was gonna drive the car. I was gonna drive. It was actually like budget, I think, or. I don't think it was U-Haul, but anyway, it was a U-Haul truck.
So he was going to drive the truck. I was
on the back
it
had the trailer.
Yeah.
But the way the car went on the trailer, my car was too low, and we could get it over, but if you try to back out, it would rip the bumper off. So we had to teach her, basically we had to put her car on, and she had to drive my car stick shift.
I had never drove stick shift
obviously
before.
Didn't want to drive the truck because you never drove anything big like that.
No, so we went in like a parking lot. We had 10 minutes. He taught me how to drive a stick shift.
And she did great. It was crazy. Like, it took me a long. So yeah, we had to put my car on the trailer, and then you had to drive my car.
So then I drove 900 miles from Wichita, Kansas to Phoenix, Arizona.
And it was like, sometimes when we get to like Albuquerque, New Mexico, it's like halfway, and like we needed to stop to get gas and stuff. And that's when she started to have to shift, and she would freak out in traffic. And we got to like, I don't remember if it's like Tucumcari or Albuquerque, but we got there like rush hour traffic.
I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was like on the phone with him. I'm like, you need to coach me through this because I've like killed this car.
So
it was so scary, but we made it and we did it. And keep in mind, like I had known him for like 3 months, and he like loved his car. And so I'm like, I'm gonna totally hurt his car. I'm gonna this is his baby, and I'm gonna ruin it for him. I didn't. Okay, who is the spender? Who is the saver? Okay, I do more smaller purchases. He like spends a lot of money at one time.
Yeah.
Right?
On bigger things, yeah.
On bigger things, yeah. I'm sure my purchases add up, but
they do. They do our QuickBooks. I know what you
Place for the next vacations. We're going to Lake Powell next weekend.
For your birthday?
Yes, for my birthday, and we're gonna go kayaking on Lake Powell and go up into Antelope Canyon and see like Horseshoe Bend.
My husband is very impatient with our kids. How do you deal with tantrums? I get that. I'm definitely impatient too. This comes to mind. We were at my parents' house, had a bunch of family over by the pool and inside and stuff, and Scarlett's throwing a tantrum. So normally what I do, I try not to get too frustrated, but I'll pick her up and I'll just remove her from the situation. I'll like take her outside and try to remove her from that situation, get her to kind of stop throwing a fit, and just try to talk to her and tell her it's not okay. There's no like perfect answer though. Every kid's gonna be different.
Saw something the other day too, and it was like when your child is in a major meltdown tantrum, they are not comprehending anything you're saying. Like they're in a completely different world. Their brain is just not even recognizing anything around them, that they're losing it, and they're having trouble regulating, and sometimes it can be hard for them to regulate, obviously because of development, but they just don't even understand what they're doing. And so it's hard sometimes to think like a 4-year-old and understand that what they're going through is hard for them too. But also to make sure that we're putting our foot down as a parent.
You gotta put your foot down. You can't let them control the situation, I guess, is where I'm getting at with removing them from the environment.
Scarlett would love to control the situation.
Oh yeah, she's a control freak.
Very manipulative and a control freak for sure.
So like there's been times where
could be good qualities someday. All right, one last question and then we're gonna call it. Who wears the pants in the relationship?
Caitlyn.
You think so?
To.
Caitlyn wants to. I was gonna say, really?
Wants to.
I don't really think, I feel like we each wear the pants in the in the right time. Like, depending on what's going on, I think we balance it well. Like, there's sometimes when he's like, no, this is what's happening. And I'm like, okay, all right, sounds good. And there's times when I'm like, no, I feel like this should really happen. And he respects that too. So I do feel like we have a pretty good balance with that. I don't want to wear the pants all the time anyways.
I don't either.
No, it's a balance. So
I don't think it's a cop-out to say that. I really think we share that.
All right, guys, that's all the questions. Thank you for watching. If you're still watching, I feel like we covered a lot in this video. And yeah, if you guys want to see Ty do a day in the life, give this video a thumbs up. We'll see you guys in our next one. Bye.
It'll be real exciting, I promise.
I can't wait. Bye, guys.